Hello and welcome back to Minecraft. And also, welcome to my first video recording of 2026. Now yes, you'll notice my Minecraft skin looks a bit different. I'm now running around with a skin of the ghoul from Fallout. So, last time, which was quite literally New Year's Eve, I tidied up down there a bit. Ooh, pardon. Sorry, I just finished the drink. Anyway, I tidied up down here, and now gonna take some cobblestone because we're going to the nether. Because I want to light this up properly, and I'm gonna need glowstone. I'm thinking we put the glowstone on the floors. Just make things nice and tidy. We'll keep some of the torches up if it's too dark or we need extra lighting. But yeah, nether, round 2. Let's go. I think I should probably mention what I'm planning on doing for at least some of 2026. Now, in regards to plans, I'm going to be wrapping up Mass Effect fairly soon. I don't know how soon is fairly soon, because I haven't quite got it all worked out yet. Just gonna move you back into safety, and I left my shield at home. Oh well. Alright, anyway, as I was saying... I'm planning on starting up in Half-Life, because I've never finished that game before, and I figure why not. Which is why I want to do a Half-Life playthrough. My only experience of Half-Life has been through the PS2 version. I've had the PC version for years, and I even contemplated recording it at some point. But then instead, I wound up just doing Portal. I guess I should have done Half-Life first, since they're part of the same series. My 2 Portal videos are up on YouTube if you want to watch them, but... I personally would not recommend them. As, the audio in them is a bit scuffed. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I do recommend watching them, but keep in mind that the audio is not the best. We'll fix up this place eventually. Huh. Okay, so I apparently left some tools behind. Good to know. Yeah, you're good. You, on the other hand... Okay. Oh yeah, other than Half-Life, what else have I got planned? Well, I've got a Sims video coming out next week. It's also going to be recorded next week. When I say recorded next week, I mean next week to the time of this recording. It's like the first Monday of January of the year, even. Ooh, soul sand. That's just something I want to keep an eye out for. But yeah. Yeah, this stuff slows you down. The reason I want to get some is because if we can find some nether wart, we can use it to farm the stuff. And we're going to need nether wart if we're going to do some potion making. We're also going to need stuff like that. Alright, to get up there, I've got the ingenious idea of we will mine out some of this. Because I didn't bring much, and I want to keep my cobblestone as a just-in-case measure. Oops. Yes, I'm choosing to do this in a very precarious way. What's that thing about, women living longer than men? But yeah. Sims, as I was saying. Yeah, I'm planning to do one last video on the Sims Legacy Collection before I move on. I'm not that good at playing the original Sims, so I'm thinking I move on to some other games. Plus, you know, the whole EA buyout's kinda dampened the mood in the game a bit. It won't necessarily be my last video on The Sims in general, but it's gonna be my last one in the original. Because I'm actually planning on moving on to either The Sims 2, get a PS2 emulator up and working, and I'll work my way through The Sims and The Sims busting out. Or I can go on to The Sims 2 or The Sims Medieval. And to be honest, I kind of want to do The Sims Medieval. Because I've had it for years, but I've never really progressed very far in it. It's got Sims 3 mechanics, so I'm at least familiar with how the game works. Well, that and I have played it before, so obviously I'd be familiar. And then there's also the fact that it's got something of a story to it. At least campaign elements. So think I'd actually enjoy making a series out of it. Alright, that's probably going to eat up a lot of the frame rate. Is there a way to turn off fog? No. My reason for doing that is I want to see if there's, like another fortress nearby. Eventually we're going to need more things like glowstone. It's obviously the only place where you can get nether wart. Sorry. Yeah, I just want to find another fortress so we can, get some good stuff. Okay, I've never actually heard those sound effects before. Ooh, bones. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, hold on, I just gotta get more netherrack. Oh, we can pick up some soul sand while we're at it. What? Or was it soul yeah, soul soil. Sorry, I got that wrong. A sec. Yeah. But yeah, nether fortresses, we can make good use out of them. Anyway, other stuff I plan to record this year. Mass Effect 3, I'm obviously going to finish that up because I'm near the end of the game. I've just got one DLC to do and then 2 final missions. Alright, see that? That is something I'd actually hope to find. Well, to be perfectly honest, I want to find another fortress first, but hey, I won't complain. Well, if we bring this into our base, it is going to cause some kind of complication. Not necessarily going to be interesting. Yeah. Have you ever tried Ghast? Okay. You know, this way actually looks somewhat promising. I'll make it a point to come back out this way. Eventually. But I don't think we should overstay our welcome in the Nether, given what happened last time. So I'm thinking we'll backtrack now. make our way back up. Alright. Alright, good, that's the zombie kind. Zombies are nice. Just weird to be sane. Yep, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Here's the stairs. Yeah, I think we might actually try going that way next time. Anyway, here's our concrete monstrosity, which I will fix up at a later time. Burn. Okay. Now the thing about dried ghasts is they need water. But one very good thing about them is you can actually fly them. I will get this sorted out properly eventually. Yeah, you can make a harness for them, which will be easy enough to craft. Now, I don't quite know how this works, because I've never actually found one of these before. Yeah, as you can probably guess, this is going to be a temporary structure. But again, I've never actually managed to get one of these. Which is why I'm taking every goddamn precaution. Okay. Nothing beyond that. But we'll keep the leads on us for now. Alright, in the meantime... Got some land I can go clear out a bit. Any other things I'm doing this year? Other than what I've already mentioned. Well, I recently watched Splinter Cell Death Watch, and now I'm actually going to try playing the original Splinter Cell. I know that there's a remake supposedly still in development, no idea if it's going to be finished. But I want to give the original game a try. Whoops. Now, my own personal experience with the Splinter Cell series has been through a Game Boy Advance game of either the first game or the second game. I don't really know which one I've played, as the first two games had Game Boy Advance versions, and it's just a game that we happen to have. So I might have played the first game before? But obviously I'm going to do the PC version. Yeah, I think that's a given at this point. I know that we've also got one of the Splinter Cell games for either the PS2 or the Xbox. Don't know which. And I really don't feel like popping up into the loft to go looking for my dad's PS2 or the Xbox games. So I think it's best if I just try adapting to the PC game. Yeah, but yeah. I only know a little bit of the story. There's a lot of gaps that need to be filled in. I know that you're playing as a guy named Sam Fisher, and that he works for an organization called Third Echelon. Although from what I remember from that animated series I watched recently, he later became a member of something called Fourth Echelon. Sorry for misspeaking there. But yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to giving the games a go. Yeah, he still looks grumpy. Nah. Golden Shovel's trophy. So earlier today, I actually went up trying some new type of crisps. There's a brand called Walker's Baked. For you Americans, you don't have Walkers, you have Lay's. But here in the UK, we have Walkers. Anyway, I do like the baked crisps. Normally I go for the sea salt or the salt... No, wait, not salt and vinegar. Cheese and onion flavored. But I decided to try a new flavor that I found while in the shops. It's a beef flavor one. It's not bad, but it's definitely not one of my go-tos, if I'm being perfectly honest. But yeah, all in all, not bad. Oh yeah, I keep talking about, from time to time, about giving live streaming a go. I've got some possibly good news on that front. So, last night, just think it was last night. Yes, it was actually, yeah, last night. My dad was playing Fallout 4 on his PS5. And he was trying to get into Vault 88. But here's the thing. He thought Vault 88 was from the base game, when it's part of the Vault Tech Workshop DLC. So we actually installed Vault Tech Workshop on his game. Now, because of the whole DLC issue for PlayStation users, most users were getting it, with only a handful actually having no problems. But it's a licensing issue. We don't exactly know what causes it. But yeah, anyway. We installed it just to see if the DLC would actually install. So we booted up the game. I checked installed DLCs for him, and it said it installed, which was a promising sign. So, booted up the game, and all of a sudden, the Vault 88 distress beacon was up. So we actually got one of the DLCs working for him. And one of the main reasons I'm holding off on actually doing some live streaming is because of the DLCs. Well, live streaming Fallout 4, because that was my plan. Because I can't really record a Fallout 4 playthrough at this time. Because the game's just not going to be all that stable on my PlayStation. So my plan was just do a live stream playthrough, and then when I get either a capture card and a laptop or a better computer in general, then I'd go for recording. So yeah, we got one of the DLCs working, so that might actually open up the possibility of me live streaming it again. Well, when I say again, I mean the possibility of me live streaming. I don't mean I've never done a live stream before. But yeah. Of course, so I do live stream it. Am I going to do the PS4 version, or am I going to jump up and do the PS5 version? That's the real question. Okay. Something. There we go. So yeah. Little possibility there. Oh yeah, because he's got the helmet, he won't die. But yeah. The only downside to doing Fallout 4 now is I can't use my dad's PS5 because he's just got the Creations bundle, which means all the creations, and I want to be able to pick and choose what ones I have active. Hell, I'd like to start off with just no creations enabled. Or maybe some of the weapon and armor paints and military backpack at most. But everything else, I don't want the creations to start off with. Add them in over time, sure. And it's the same thing with the DLCs. I don't want to have any of the DLCs enabled at first. Mainly because I don't want to start Automatron. Or accidentally start Automatron early. Well, that and some of the Radiant quests in the game. Like, the Randolph Safe House missions for the railroad. They'll send you to go clear off a place. Most of the time, when I get those missions, they're sending me to fucking Far Harbor. Or straight off to Nuka World. But the thing is, I don't do the DLC missions until I finish the main story. I've always just done it that way for Fallout 4. Obviously for Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, you have to do them before you finish the game. Well, not so much in Fallout 3's case, if you've got broken steel. But I usually do the DLCs before finishing the game anyway, so... Yeah, what you saw me doing my Fallout 3 playthrough, that's actually a bit out of the ordinary for me, because most of the time I do the DLCs... I will do Operation Anchorage first. Like, early power armor training, yeah, I'm not turning away from that. Plus a tiny little boost into small guns, lockpicking, and science. Not gonna say no to that. But then usually the second DLC I'll do is Mothership Zeta. I've only done that one last, like, one other time. But every other time, it gets done. Then, after Zeta, I do the Pit, just to get it done and over with. Then I do Point Lookout, just to get that one done and over with. And then, if I can be bothered to, when I actually finish the game, I move on and do Broken Steel. Because most of the time when I do it, I really cannot be bothered to do it. One sec. Cat's just got up, so that means I can close the door. I'm back. My cat's just in my room there. He's looking at me. He's right by my foot. He wants to climb up. I don't want him to, obviously. Actually, hold on. Let me check on the recording. Just over half an hour. I'll keep going until after 3 and then stop this for today. I can get the videos edited and uploaded today. That won't be a problem. But yeah. Live streaming might be done at some point, but I'm gonna have to get a new headset, one that's actually compatible with the PS5 first, if I do want to go down the whole live streaming route. Because I like to actually engage with an audience, if I've got the option to. I can just use my tablet to check on chats. Oh, we get this line. So, go fill in some of those ravines over here. I may just plug in some holes. Plug some holes first. Make what jokes you want. Yeah, we're gonna access to plenty of water, so we don't really need these pools.